Okay. So this is the intro of course it's me collaborating with the AI or vice versa. So what I asked the AI to create was a colorful parade of men holding hands with men and women holding hands with women. I said nothing. I said absolutely nothing about pride parades in the instructions, but the AI understood exactly what I was after. And to think that this is someone's idea of utopia, a tolerance and acceptance, and where that actually originates is from Judaism and from this absolutist hardline Christianity in which everything is created in the image of God, so therefore God must also support gay people. But this is a fallacy. This is a great fallacy, you know, because it doesn't say anything like that in the Bible. Not a single word. There's no misinterpreting the first translation from Latin or the Latin Mass, because the Latin is the direct um, descendant of the original texts. Now, when I talk about these issues and how these people that support this kind of, they call it, of course, a lifestyle and a lifestyle choice, but some people take it upon themselves to be a little bit extra, and that's exactly the issue, is because they want to not only codify everything into the language by means of its of its descriptions, right? Its adjectives, such as queerifying or queering up the space, or talking about toxic masculinity, etc., 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 in which it supports queer supremacy as if it's something virtuous. But there's nothing virtuous. There's nothing virtuous about being gay. I don't want someone to explain it to me, and I don't want to understand it either, because all that conversation is going to do is open up an avenue for bullshit. It's bullshit. But we all keep playing along with it because it is this giant profit machine. And it was not ever intended to be a means of making money for people. It was intended to support the the basic principles of democracy. At least that's the justifiable or reasonable explanation, unless it was done uh, out of the need to torture other people. Now, I'm gonna add this in here. The two principal things, again, it what the we're gonna talk about masculinity and femininity at this very moment. So, toxic masculinity is the obsession over status and position, whereas toxic femininity is obsession over identity and association. So, you only have status if you're associated with certain individuals, and you're willing to do whatever is required in order to maintain your your membership in this community, and that in itself lends itself towards occultism, because occultism has to, or any kind of initiation rite, depending on its context and the performance of that initiation rite, is either a fraternal organization or it's a cult. Now, some people think the Marine Corps is a cult, but I don't think like that either. So, what encouraged young men to decide that it was better to take a bunch of pharmaceuticals and to put off puberty and cut off their genitals and or stick their genitals into a meat grinder so as to force the surgeons to give them reconstructive surgery and then become a woman? Well, it's because the greater culture supported women to the point of supremacy, of gender supremacy, and vilified men in the process by removing men from the education system, by removing men from powerful positions, by removing the programs that supported young men and allowed them to explore their own development through hands-on or physical education. And I'm not implying that it's gay. And if you do happen to think that it is, you are the problem. You are the problem. Of course, that's like always the blame game, right? You're pointing fingers in this endless circle jerk of superlatives and zero-sum arguments. I like the word superlative. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Okay, that's all I'm really gonna do in this video. It's just it doesn't seem to make sense to me. But then again, I don't understand, and I don't want other people to explain it to me either, because as I said earlier in this video, all it does is open up avenues for hyper subjective bullshit in which the the terminal not the terminology in which we are specified into obscurity, right? The hyper individualism that is associated with this kind of politic, religion, and identity.